Usually I would get up for maybe 6:45 in the Hello everyone, and welcome to the reading room. For now, my name is Marika, and on this channel I'll be telling you about tips and information that will make not only your high school experience successful, but a little bit more organized. Now, on this video, I will be talking about my 9th grade experience with both school, extracurriculars, and just all around the things that I had to do when I started the 9th grade. Now, if you want to hear more about these stories and tips, make sure, as always, to like the video and subscribe. Now, with high school, I feel like there are a lot of students who are taking on new extracurriculars, or they might be starting to get jobs, or they're just really taking on more stuff in school. And I felt like I was one of those students in the 9th grade where I was juggling new things inside of school and outside of school. For me, when I started the 9th grade, it was definitely an experience. Usually I would get up for 6:45 in the morning and then bus my way to school, do school, obviously, then bus my way to dance, and then I would usually come home maybe like 9 o'clock, 9:30 to do some homework and then start the whole process again. In high school, I was taking on a lot of things head first, and I know, like a lot of 9th grade students, school can already be very stressful in its own, especially if you're going in with new surroundings, new friends, a bunch of other things that you're juggling. So when I started, I had to learn a bunch of things. One was to organize. Before the 9th grade, I didn't really have much of a calendar planned out. I really relied on my family to help me out with my scheduling, but now I had to take scheduling into my own hands. So I had to have a calendar and make sure that I have my week planned out, or else I'd just be all over the place. So that was definitely one factor. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. For some people who do have extracurriculars and they do have the other things outside of school, some people can pick it up easily, and some people it takes a little bit of time. But for me, it was definitely no cakewalk. I was definitely overwhelmed the first few weeks because I was taking in new responsibilities, and those responsibilities demanded a lot of me, both physically and mentally. So I was feeling very torn, and I had a lot of things and a lot of new things that were taking up my time. And then there were also expectations. I definitely like to pride myself on my work. I believe academics are super duper important. So definitely my expectations going in were very high. And since I was juggling all these new things and I wasn't keeping up to par with my expectations, I really got down on myself those few, I would even say few months, because it was a whole new thing I was dealing with. So definitely, if you're in a situation where you're handling new things outside of school and you feel like you're not meeting up to your expectations, never get down on yourself, because making those little mistakes and learning from them and revising and seeing what works is all about the process. It's all essentially in the process. So never get down on yourself, because you will slip up and you will have moments where you're like, you're confused or you're stressed, but don't let it get to you and don't let it be your inhibitor, because at the end of the day, all of us are just trying to do our best and trying to be our best and trying to put forward our best selves. So always make sure to not get down on yourself and to be proactive by finding things to help your schedule become a little bit more laxed or a little bit more organized. So if that's, for me, it was doing a calendar. I used to have a calendar, and I still do. I have a calendar where I would write down the things that I'm going to be doing that week, whether that be homework, dance, work, anything like that, I would write it down in my calendar and I would have it organized. Also, getting to sometimes even work specifically, getting on that homework on time and really staying on top of your work, so that way you don't fall behind. That's also really important as well. Always stay on top of yourself, as difficult as it can be sometimes. And also know when to take breaks, because you don't want to stress yourself out to the point where you get burned out and then your productivity drops, which I will be doing a video in the future for burnout, so check that video soon. It will be coming. At the end of the day, if you are a student who is handling more than one thing outside of school, do know two things. One, that it's okay to make mistakes. Please do not be super duper hard on yourself. When you are given new responsibilities, it can be challenging to have a fantastic grip on them the first time around. It's in those experiences that you learn and you adapt. And secondly, find things that will help with your schedule. So if you are doing more than one thing outside, make a calendar, make a schedule, find something that will keep you organized and on top of whatever you're doing, so that way you don't fall behind and you go into that hole of stress and worry. So, as always, that's all I have for you guys this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, stay safe and stay informed.